Is there anyone there? Is anyone with us today?
I don't think you're going to like who you got. Hello, my name is Valentine, and this is my first official video. I don't want to do a video like this, but only because I don't think I should have to. Unfortunately, there are immoral and destructive people like this out there who need to be exposed. So I'm going to start with the so-called psychic twins and their stupid shit claims about the Ouija board.
Hi, we're the Psychic Twins. I'm Terry.
And I'm Linda.
And we're going to talk about the Ouija board today.
Yeah, the Ouija board is an ancient tool. It's been used since some people think 500 BC. It's a long time for spirit communication, talking with deceased spirits who've passed over.
Okay, right off the bat, we have the twins stating something that is either a lie or a failed attempt to do research in what they are promoting. Given the dishonesty that surrounds the psychic twins and the profession, I'm inclined to assume the former. The Ouija board is not 2,516 years old as they claim, since they claim that some believe it to go as far back as 500 BCE. The introduction of the Ouija board was on July 1st, 1890, and an official patent filed on May 28th, which was issued on February 10th of 1891. This makes the Ouija board only 126 years old. It was even first advertised by a Pittsburgh toy and novelty shop, the Kennard Novelty Company, and the patent was issued to Elijah Bond, who was an attorney. That automatically raises questions to its validity. It also came about right at the height of the American 19th century obsession with spiritualism and the idea that the dead can communicate with the living, which is also unhealthy. This obsession really boomed with the fame of the Fox sisters, who claimed to receive messages from spirits. The Fox sisters were also frauds, since one of the sisters and family members confessed to the scams and even produced explanations to how their tricks were done. It seems to me that with such popularity as spiritualism had, Elijah Bond, who filed the patent for the board, was looking to exploit people's beliefs for profit. The Ouija board may have been based on a popular toy in Ohio called the talking board. This was reported on in 1886. But maybe the twins in the video are referring to types of talking boards before the Ouija board was created. That's bullshit too. One of the earliest mentions of automatic writing, which is the method used in the Ouija board, was in China around 1100 CE, known as Fuji. It may have been used as early as 420 CE, which is a whole 920 fucking years, if we're being generous, after the time frame the twins provided. If 500 BCE was an estimate, they were way fucking off.
I like to think of it as texting with dead folks.
No, trying to be hip and cool with the kids these days isn't going to help your position. Don't do it again.
But you have to be really careful about using it. Yeah, you really do, because you can unintentionally summon very negative, even demonic energies who can actually wreak havoc in your life, and some users have even been known to be possessed by spirits.
Great, let's see your evidence for that claim. I'm taking into account that there have been no recorded or proven cases of possession or spirits wreaking havoc on the Ouija users. At least none that I could find. If anyone who might be watching has any recorded and proven cases, please let me know. I have a sneaking suspicion that they will claim this and provide nothing.
So it's something you really have to learn about before you just jump in and try it.
I think it's funny as all hell that she said that, considering that they gave an inaccurate history of the board and either intentionally or ignorantly gave their audience wrong information. As I said, I'm inclined to assume the former.
There are just a few how-to tips, things that you should be careful about when you're using the Ouija board.
I can't wait for this. I also can't help but notice that the title of the video is the Ouija board real? But instead we get tips.
You should always have at least 2 people. Don't practice by yourself, and never in cemeteries.
For their rules. There are a number of websites with supposed rules that come up when you type into Google Ouija board rules. So to save time, I'll be using the first 3 that I found and the official Hasbro Ouija board instructions, since Ouija is owned by Hasbro, which also leads to its questionable validity. Links to these rules and sources to everything that I am saying are in the description. Side note, Hasbro's second rule in the setup section states that the players sit opposite each other when there are only two players. The twins are breaking a fucking rule. Where's the demon?
Yeah, so right now it's saying there's a ghost.
There he is. The twins' first rule is to never play alone and to never play in a graveyard. Already we have some miscommunication between the websites and how the board should be used properly. Not including the Hasbro website, which, I think wisely, doesn't state any of the rules on the other websites or the ones given by the twins. Two of the sites state to never play alone, while the third states that it doesn't matter if you play alone or not, because it's extremely unlikely that you would be able to make contact by yourself anyway. As for the graveyard rule, two of the sites don't say anything about using the board in a graveyard, although one of those two do claim that you ought not use it in your own home. The third site does say not to use it in a graveyard, but it uses that disgusting word utilize, which is a word that is only ever used to make one sound smarter and better versed than they are. Just the use of that word makes me doubt your claim. I swear if you ever use that word regularly, you cannot be an acquaintance of mine. Fuck anyone who uses that fucking word.
Try to get at least 4 of your fingers on the planchette. That's this little tool.
None of the websites claim that you must have at least 4 fingers on the planchette. That's kind of a stupid claim to make. Well, all of the twins' claims are fucking stupid, but how the hell did they come up with a magic number of 4? Of course, there are no explanations to this.
It's like a floater.
Was that a shit joke?
And so you just start off by kind of making a rotational circle with your hands to kind of warm up.
The twins are really not up to date with the rules today. They claim that the board is real, but they don't seem to know or at least agree with any of the other rules. None of the websites state that you should move the planchette in a circle or in any other direction to warm up. They're fucking ghosts. I find it hard to believe that a ghost needs to warm up.
And say, is there anyone there? Is anyone with us today?
Okay, let's see who it is. Jay. I think it's our mother. She comes in a lot. We don't do the Ouija board anymore,
There's
but
N
there she is.
and E.
Yeah.
Is this Mom? Hi,
Hi,
Mom.
Mom. We thought
love
you were
you.
going to come in.
Miss
We
you.
miss you.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's fucking sweet. They took a break from telling us these so important rules to have a little chat with their mother. Bullshit. I guess if we are taking a break from rules, I can use this time to explain how they contacted Mom. I'm sorry, but the Ouija board does not fucking work. It's a board game created by a novelty shop owner and an attorney. Let me explain. The Ouija board and the illusion it creates is the result of the Ideomotor Response, which are involuntary movements that you are making without realizing it. It was first theorized by William Benjamin Carpenter as a direct result of supernatural claims like this in his scientific paper on the influence of suggestion in modifying and directing muscular movement independently of volition. I know it's a mouthful, but the link is in the description. That was in 1852 and has since been studied over and over again. It has also been demonstrated that many phenomena attributed to spiritual or paranormal forces are often attributed to ideomotor action. Even honest people can unconsciously engage in involuntary muscular activity that consists with their expectations. Various studies have also been produced recreating the effects of the board in a lab that shows that the players were moving the planchette without volition. Scientists and critics have noticed, as well you should, that those things spelled out by the spirits were remarkably similar to that which was already going through the minds of the subjects. Magician Darren Brown demonstrated this with great effect in his TV special Seance. Link also in the description. The fact that the Ouija board appears to work is a lot like the art of magic. It's powerful to you because you don't know how it works. Now back to the twins. How exactly did they contact Mommy? I have already accused them of being frauds. They are dishonest. They appear to be demonstrating how the Ouija board works, but it is extremely easy and obviously convenient to contact your own mother, especially since it's hard for anyone to question it. It is rather extraordinary that their mother just happens to be wherever they are, when it is unlikely that their mother died anywhere near their current location. I'm saying that they are fucking lying about contacting mommy. And I don't believe that they are even using the ideomotor movements in this case. They are flat out lying, and it makes it look like the real thing without having to provide any evidence. They should be especially ashamed that they are using their dead mother as part of their scam. Fuck these girls.
Sometimes if the planchette moves in a figure 8 shape more than once, it's a sign of a negative spirit that is with you.
Now we're back to the rules. Well, I guess this one is more of a warning than a rule. Only one of the aforementioned rules sites give any sort of warning to the figure 8 pattern. On the other 2 sites, it must not be all that important to issue such a concern as a demonic spirit presenting itself in an obscure pattern. And this is where the twins, get really dishonest and potentially dangerous. As I already said, the ideomotor response coincides with what is already going through the participant's mind at the time. The ideomotor response has been used by illusionists like Darren Brown to demonstrate its power. The twats are now implanting the idea of a demonic spirit coming through the board in the pattern of the figure 8, and some unsuspecting victim might end up seeing this video and playing with the Ouija board with the fearful idea of a demonic spirit coming to them in this way, and it will happen because they are thinking about it. That can harm people, mentally, emotionally, and even physically. People wonder why I am against baseless claims about the supernatural, and this is why. People get hurt. The twats are implanting this in people's heads, and it is not okay.
So when you're finishing, you always want to say goodbye, which is at the end of the
bottom
board
of the
here.
board. It says goodbye.
So
Make
let's
sure
do
you
that.
complete the session with the board in almost a formal way by saying goodbye.
Goodbye. It will close the
Clear the
energies.
energy.
2 of those rules sites state that you should say goodbye at the end, with the 3rd simply stating that it ought be closed properly with no specific details. They say that failing to say goodbye would somehow invite an evil spirit to come through the board and possibly take over. 2 things. First, there are no documented cases of this happening. Second, I highly doubt that saying goodbye would hinder a demon for very long, especially since they had free roam of the board for an extended amount of time anyway.
And one thing I want to make very clear is when usually the problem with manifesting dark energies in our environment come from demanding that the spirit prove they're there. That's when they really do come through a gateway or a doorway, and negative spirits can enter into your life, and they will not go away very easily. You might even have to do an exorcism, I'm just saying.
How fucking convenient. No, don't dare ask questions. Don't dare to ask the fucking validity of the thing you are playing with. You might become the next fucking Emily Rose if you do that. Don't ask questions at all. Just believe what we tell you and leave it at that. Bullshit. You should question the validity and you should challenge the results. They also don't give any other warnings after this. The rule sites give a few other warnings that, if the board is real, ought to be brought to the attention of new users. They say things like, if it counts down the numbers, or if it points to the 4 corners of the board, then you have an evil ghost in your house. Where are those warnings? No, the twats pick a few indicators of many of what an evil spirit might look like, so they don't have to do a shit ton of research.
Is there any other devices or things like that that either A, work, or B, are scams?
Notice how the first bitch says no almost immediately when Shane is in the middle of his question about whether or not there are any other ways for people to contact spirits, then immediately changes her mind when he continues. Is she stupid?
There's apps on your phone.
Good
you can
one.
talk to ghosts through.
Really?
Oh, really?
Really, Shane? Come on, man.
And the one that I use all the time, it tells you here, if like a dot pops up, that there's a ghost there. And then it'll give you words.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah, the
So you,
ghost
like-
radar.
Yeah, so right now it's saying there's a ghost.
No kidding. So it measures electromagnetic energy or something?
Yes. Every once in a while, it'll say a word. Sometimes the
How
scary thing though is,
interesting.
sometimes it actually
We'll pick up
I
on
was in my
something.
garage one night and we didn't even say it, didn't say anything, and it just popped up and it said garage, and then it said suffocating, because I always thought somebody killed himself in my garage.
I hope that even the most devout believers in the paranormal don't believe in the fucking phone apps.
Yes,
I've never-
absolutely. What was that?
This is even. I've never seen it go this crazy. There's like
Yeah, I was
gosh.
gonna say,
Are you
is this
kidding me?
typical?
there's literally like 20 of them.
Oh my
They keep
god,
on-
that is so funny.
There's 20.
Don't you just love how they get all excited when he states that he's never seen it go this crazy? They had a blank-ass expression on their face, almost like they thought they might be out of the job soon because of new technology. And then he mentions that it's going crazy and the twats go nuts. First thing is, we don't know if it ever went that crazy before. Shane could be a victim of what is called confirmation bias, where he wants to believe that the twats are real in what they say, so his mind makes him believe that the app is getting more activity than any time before. Second, the twats are using his words to make it seem like it's because of them that the app is getting more activity. They had no clue whether or not the amount of activity was normal. I guarantee it wasn't even on their fucking minds based on their blank expressions. But as soon as he brings it up, of course that's what they wanted to know. Fucking suspicious.
It's one of those things where it's like brick.
Brick.
I feel like, you know, if a ghost really wanted to
What
talk to
else?
you, they could
Tell
talk
us
to you
more.
through anything,
Yes,
maybe.
yes.
Yeah,
we'll talk
they
about that,
can.
Shane. I'm glad
That's
you
a very
mentioned
good
that.
question.
I love how the first twat quickly dismisses the app so that they can get on with their scam.
There are other ways that spirits communicate, like when
Electronics.
electronics.
Yeah, because that is what they're closest to. They're in a finer, faster vibration on the astral plane or other dimensions, and they can most easily influence electronics.
There are absolutely zero, none, no confirmed documented cases of anything like this happening, and certainly not with any sort of evidence.
And another
So
thing
no.
is, if you're a very psychic person with high vibration energy, you might be a healer or an empath, you'll
Yeah.
screw up electronics. Like we do it all
Yeah.
the time.
Meaning if you are fucking stupid like us and mistap an icon on your phone once in a while, you might be a fucking healer. Come scam with us. This is also a way of attempting to convince someone that they are psychic, telling them something general, this is something that fits nearly everyone, to convince them that they have paranormal abilities. More bullshit.
But make sure that
So-
you,
Yeah.
burn candles,
Candles.
and white candles are preferable.
I have nothing against candles. I like candles.
Spirits or ghosts are lost, and they will try to come in and confuse you and manipulate you. If they think that you are not protected, you're not stable, they will come in and they will tell you lies.
So you
even.
shouldn't use
Yeah.
the Ouija board if you're sick,
Don't use it if you're unstable or
if you're having an illness or something like that.
So don't use it if you aren't in a clear enough state of mind to be able to allow the ideomotor response to spell out your dead great-grandma's name.
and don't rely on it for daily advice. It's really more for entertainment.
No, don't use it for wisdom or spiritual guidance.
That's the key fucking word right there. It's for fucking entertainment. You can't rely on it for daily advice because a plastic triangle and a piece of cardboard can't give you advice. Especially since what is said on the board is what you are already thinking about due to the ideomotor response. So if you ask the board if you should kiss that really cute boy in third period today, it's going to say yes because you really want to kiss the cute boy in third period. But the most important part of what she just said is that it's for entertainment, not to contact dead people, not to get unanswered questions answered. No, it's for fun. That's all. That's it. It has as much potential to contact the dead as a fucking Where's Waldo book. The twats know it too.
It's more to communicate
Yeah.
with those who have crossed over.
And they fucked up.
And it can be fun if you do it right, but make sure you do it with a lot of wisdom. And it would even help to have somebody to be sort of a mediator if there's more than one working with the board. Appoint someone as the medium of the group who asks all the questions.
Do you want to ask a question? Like, I feel like I want to ask a
Sure.
question.
Oh, fucking please. Quit toying with your audience.
Where's the next place that we're going to travel to?
Okay. Oh, that should be fun. Where are we going to travel to next? What's our next destination?
They just said that they should appoint one person to ask questions, and then they both go and ask the same question. They can't even keep their lies straight.
To
Jay.
Jay. Is Mommy going to
A.
say
Oh my gosh.
A?
Japan.
Japan?
Oh my god.
Going to Japan?
Oh, we've always wanted to go to Japan.
Oh my gosh.
I can't
Is
wait.
this for work?
I can't wait. Yes.
I'm pretty fucking sure that both of the twats know if they are going to Japan in the near future. These girls have been around for a long time and they travel a lot. You mean to tell me that they don't know where their next travel destination is? Bullshit. Either they know they are going to Japan and lying about knowing, or they are lying and aren't really going to Japan at all, but make the board say that so they can seem more appealing. Bitch, if you want to impress me, go to fucking Ireland. This is also after they just said that you shouldn't ask these types of questions. No advice, no wisdom, no future telling. Wait, they ignored the future telling because then they would be out of the job. Also, if you watch the bitches' faces instead of their hands, you'll notice that their eyes are leading the planchette. That's kind of odd if you don't know what the planchette is spelling out. I like how the first twat asked if the travel was for work, then cut the video to a random yes response, which was probably forced.
Oh my gosh, when? What month?
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
May.
May.
It could be May. It looks
May.
like May.
Again, dishonest bullshit. They know where they are traveling to next and when.
That'll be fun. Huh?
That's a dream come true.
Wow.
Always wanted to go.
Thank you, Spirit.
Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels.
So make sure you subscribe to our channel, The Psychic Twins.
Yeah, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it.
Bye.
And we'll see you in the future.
Oh, they'll be seeing me in the future. It's really a shame that after the hard work of people like James Randi, Harry Houdini, Darren Brown, Penn and Teller, and others, that people like the psychic twats, Peter Popoff, and other famous charlatans like this still have followings of believers and get support. These people hurt people. In some cases, they kill people. Faking this stuff is highly immoral and it needs to be stopped. If you are watching, I beg that you question everything. Don't even take what I say lightly. Take a look at my sources and do further research yourself. You can only learn more. My next video will be on the twats again, this time exposing them as people. I'm going to go into their backgrounds. I don't want to give too much away, but they might have an artistic background.
I'm just saying.
I really don't want to ask people to like or subscribe, but if you are watching and you are interested in this, at least keep a lookout. My name is Valentine, and thank you for watching.